Yes, 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 SC family. I hope you guys are well, man. I hope you guys are well. Guys, I am absolutely shocked. Shocked. I just can't believe people cannot get this right, right? I can't believe how many people get this wrong. And it's crazy. And I'll just show you like the evidence of this madness. Now, check this out, man. Look, pricing. Get your pricing right, man. Get your pricing right. There's people that, if you get one part of this machine, the jigsaw puzzle, wrong, then you're not going to get the sales. There's so many different parts to it and nuances and detail. And if you don't get it right, man, you're not going to get the sale. You got to know what you're doing, guys. But guys, if you love videos like this and you love digital products, then please hit like, subscribe, smash that notification bell to get more of my videos in your feed, man. More of these strategies, tips in your feed, man. This is what you need to know. Let's look at some nuggets today. This day is nugget day. I love nuggets. I'm into nuggets. I love them. I wouldn't eat them, only chicken ones, but you know what? I love nuggets. Check this out, man. Check this out. Look, I've just typed in summer mugs, right? Summer mugs. Let me just do summer mug wraps, right? Summer mugs. Okay, look at these beautiful summer mugs, man. Yeah, so look, actually, let me go into summer mug wraps so I can get into something specific. Because look, if I kept it open, summer mugs, there can be all sorts. There'll be wraps, there'll be physical ones, and then obviously the pricing is going to be all. You got to really to find that. You got to do your research on pricing, by the way, before you list up and put a price. Look, the Etsy algorithm gives you a little boost when you list up at the beginning. Could last for a few hours, could last for a few days, depending on the category. You get a little boost. Like Etsy wants to push it out, try it out, boom, boom, boom. It's out there, up there, out there, everywhere. But if you don't capitalize on that little boost, then that's where you start dropping. That's what you do. So you got to capitalize, and pricing is a big part of this capitalization. So your pricing needs to be right, on point. I'll tell you, I'll give you a few tips at the end of this video. But look, check this out. These are mug wraps, right? You can tell these are mug wraps because I can tell with the pricing. And you can see, look, this one's this has got 120 retro summer mug designs for $2.64, right? This one's $2.39. This one's $2.38. This one's at $1.20, right? I think this is because this is just one, okay? This is $2.39, right? This is $2.39. They're the same seller, so that's why the price is exactly the same. Actually, all three of these are from the same seller, hence why the price is the same, right? Look at my process. Look, you're studying your little niche. Whatever's niche you're in, go study it. Go look at pricing deep. Get deep into it. Get an Excel spreadsheet. Start writing up pricings, yeah? Look at how old the listing is with the price, because that's very relevant, yeah? Look how many rated reviews it's got. That's very relevant too, you know? Don't be comparing yourself with somebody that's got loads of reviews and you want to price up your one the same. How does that work? That makes no sense. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to give you some like real, you know, straight blunt. Today's blunt day, nugget blunt day, right? Straight to the point, okay? Look at the pricing. 237, 239, 120. Look, $1.20, 237, 168, 239, right? This is the same seller. 203, that one. That's a bundle, so we don't count that. $1.90. Look at that, $1.90. Okay, keep coming down. Same seller, so I'm going to leave that price. All of these are the same seller. Actually, they're doing a lot. This is a different one. $2.38, $2.70. Quite cute. That's Tumblr. $2.39, right? What you do is go across and look at pricing, study pricing. But what I like to do is go to my research tool, EVERBEE, my go-to one. Check it out at the bottom there. You can get a free access, try it for free. Product analytics, this is what I like to do, man. This is what I tell my students. You got to do your proper research. You got to do your real research, right? And what I mean by that is, let's see the ones that are selling, right? This is an 11-month-old listing. Now, I like to look at a recent listing. Look, check this out, right? I want to teach you something right now. Quite a recent listing, or you know, relatively as much as I can listing, right? But remember, I've already typed in summer mug wrap, okay? So just let me come out of this for a second. I just want to show you something. So let me just open it up a little bit and go to mug wrap, okay? And I want to find a very recent listing. So let's say I've gone to mug wrap and I've gone to product analytics for a second. Let me just do this. So looking at mug wraps, I want to go to recent listings. This one's a full month, but this is an entire store shop. That's not going to work for me because I'm looking at a design. Looking at this one, it's quite interesting. That's a 1 month old listing. Okay. Now that's an interesting one. That's got a few designs, but it's okay. Let's go down. This is a 2 month old listing. So I'll tell you what, you got to understand something, that sometimes when you do like a little bundle depending on your niche, go into your niche. When you start seeing that bundles or entire stores working, then you really need to think about doing something like that. That should be an aim for you. So in the mug wrap niche, I can see that bundles is a seller, right? They seem to do well. I mean, here's a recent, Mother's Day this is a recent type of listing. It's a 1 month old listing and it made $796, right? So let's say you're looking at the Mother's Day mug wrap niche as an example. And because this is a 1 month old listing, it's a very good little benchmark to go by, okay? It's a good benchmark because it's quite recent, not an old listing. And this can give me a good indication about they're getting their pricing right as well. Now, obviously, there's many parts to this in terms of like their designs, how many designs they've included, their title. I remember what I say is pricing is just one small part of the whole cog or the whole machine that you need to try and get right. But let's say now I type in Mother's Day. So I go into a specific niche, right? I'm going to go into a specific mug wrap niche, right? Mother's Day. Let's say you want to list up for Mother's Day. That's going to be your specification. That's going to be your little sub niche within mug wraps, right? All of these are mum ones. Now, so then what I do is I go back to EVERBEE, I go to my product analytics, and what I want to do is I'm not going to look at established listings, because established listings, they can put their price up. Now with pricing, when you're a newbie in a game or in a niche, you want to price it competitively, but keep it on the lower end, right? You don't want to go up in the higher end because you can't compete with the others. The others have reviews, they got their quality scores built up, they had their favorites, views, and clicks and so forth. You can't compare yourself with that. But what's very interesting is there's quite a few 1 month old listings here, which is good because that means it's a good thing to look at. That's a very good idea. But what I can see is that Mother's Day mug wraps tend to be bundles, right? So one thing you should be doing is, if you want to get into, say, this specific niche, and remember, this all depends on what your niche is. What are they doing? Then what's selling is bundles. Okay, what's definitely selling is bundles. Look, look, and what's great is, what is fantastic is that things repeat themselves, so it's a confirmation. So here you go, confirmation number 1, confirmation number 2, another bundle, Mother's Day, 3rd bundle, right? I'm getting confirmation, and these are recent listings. This is another bundle. This is another bundle. I've already got 5 or 6 bundles in the top 10 recent listings that are working now. So this is absolutely telling me that if you're going to get into this specific niche, then you need to do bundles, right? That's it. Mother's Day mug wrap bundles, because that's what's working. That's what's selling really well. And let's say I want to look at these Mother's Day bundle pricings now. Now let's focus on the pricing bit, which is what I want to get into. So I've come out of that, and I'm going to focus myself on these wrap bundles, okay, that are selling really well. So here's one of them that I saw. This is 6 kids holding mom's hand one. Let's have a look at another one. There's a few good ones, These types seem to be popular. See, can you see these holding mom's hand? And also, when you're sub-niching down, then you can see what's doing quite well. Because look, these are 2 different sellers, which is very, very interesting. These are 2 recent listings, and they're selling similar things. And what you notice is that their pricing is around $1.92, $1.95, right? So let's say, for example, I'm trying to do a Mother's Day mug wrap, right? I then notice that bundles, or little bundles, seems to work quite well, right? How many is this? I just want to double check this one, making sure that this is actually a few designs. Okay, so these 2 are designs that are interesting, okay? Now what I'll do is I'll go down to see some of those. This is a bundle, right? This is a bundle of 70 mum type ones, $3.31, okay? On a 50% sell. and then I might look at a different kind of bundle. But I'll tell you what was very interesting is that we're looking at scanning this page. These types of designs, the holding mum's hand seems to be a really trending one right now. This one, that seems to be working really well. So looking at this, I might actually say to myself, and let me just see, this is one seller. Let me just check these. These are the same seller. These are both the same seller. Yeah, this is actually the same seller. Basically, all those listings are the same seller. So then what I will do is, this is a mug wrap set of 16. This one is, let's have a look. Yeah. So then obviously what I'll do is I would open up those recent listings that are similar and then study the pricing. So look at this one. This is 40 designs, 1 month old listing, making $1,300, right? I might look at about a few different listings, take a few and look at those pricings. I'm going to open that up. I'm going to go to another one. This one's got, how much is that first one? That one's 40 and this one's 70. Okay. Let me open these two up. All right. I'm going to be real quick with this one. So this has got 70. Okay. This has got 70. The shop itself is quite recent. Look, it's got only 40 reviews, but the reviews is 9 on this item, right? And let me see this other one. This other one is less designs, but actually more. And the reason for that is, look at this. The reviews for the shop is way more. So they have more, I guess, more of that trust element. They are allowed to go a little bit more expensive. Okay. So just as these two are an example of, let's say I want to do a bundle of Mother's Day mug wraps, what I would probably tend to do is, personally, is for me to stand out as a newbie. Now, remember, this store is older, and this is the reason why their pricing is more than this other one here. So this one's giving you 70 mug wraps for $3.31 because they are very recent. This is a recent store. Look, 40 shop reviews there, and this actual item's only got 9 reviews. Okay, so you can see, but you've validated it works, right? It works. So obviously there's more to it than that. It's the designs, it's the title and everything, but we're looking at just one part of the whole picture now. And then this one is more expensive, and I can understand that because it's got way more reviews in terms of the shop itself, and that does hold weight. So $4.78 for 40, and this is $3.31 for 70. Me personally, if I was going to come into this game and I make sure, obviously I validated the designs, I made sure I got the right title and everything. If I was to price this, if I was to do this, I would make sure I got 100 mug wraps, and I would make it cheaper than this. I'd probably go down to say $2.95, something like this. Now, that way, when someone weighs it up and someone comes on and says, okay, let me compare myself, because they will compare you to others. If I was going to be compared to, let's say, this more established one, which has 40 designs at $4.78, and it is a more of obviously an established shop, then for me as a newbie going in, I would give 100 designs. I would be cheaper, remember, say $2.95, something like this. I would look a little bit, that they would want to take a punt, more desirable, because even though I'm a newbie, it's a good price, very, very competitive, and you get more designs for your money, right? So you have to adjust yourself correctly. When you're comparing yourself to the bigger players, then you have to go lower. Now, the thing is, once you built up your reviews and you've got more reviews and you've got more quality score built up, then you can raise your price. Because I'm sure that this seller, for example, back in the day, let's say, or when they were newer in the game, their pricing was different. It was less. This is what you do. You cannot compete. You cannot put yourself at the same price as this player and have the same amount of designs with somebody that's got more quality score. You got to make sure that you got to go lower. But at the same time, don't go like silly low. Don't go too low. Adjust yourself. So this is why I say, just look and see what's there. So like this one is $3.31, right? It's quite a new store. So I would actually, but if I wanted to stand out, even with this one in its play, I'd probably do a little bit more mug designs, and I would go slightly cheaper than the $3.31. Okay. That way, obviously, I stand out a bit more. And I'd give the customer that dilemma. Should I go for this newbie, man? They're a little bit cheaper. They got more designs. That's what you got to do. You got to make sure that you give your listing the best chance, especially when it's at the beginning. Remember that boost, that little boost. You want to be able to people to click on it so that the Etsy algorithm can start favoring you and start pushing you out further in other places. So get your pricing right, man. Get your pricing right. If you like more videos like this, please hit like, subscribe, smash that notification bell. Get more of these videos in your feed, man.